Hello, everybody. How is everybody tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. Let's see who's come to hang out. Hello, Raven. It's okay. Lurk away. Miss Pinky, hello, hello. Hi, Sage. How's it going? Hello, William. How is everybody doing? And everybody that's lurking, hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. Happy Sunday. Boy, I'm telling you, wow. The last 2 days here have been wet and nasty. Hopefully, everybody's got better weather than we do. Hello, Janice. How are you? How is everybody doing? So I figured we'd chit chat a little bit before we jump in on the project. And it's going to be a little slow tonight, guys. My fingers aren't working whatsoever. So if you see me in a live program somewhere saying hello in the chat and I say blanket hello, it's because I can't type really well. The sleepy lurk, that's okay. I know a girl's got to get her rest. Not a problem there. But yeah, I got one finger. You think it's going to explode. This weather has just tore me up as far as my hand goes. So it's going to be slow moving, but we're going to get something accomplished. I'm going to do my best. So anybody got any big plans for tomorrow? Seeing that it is a holiday for most. I wasn't really planning on anything, but then my son contacted me and said, "When's the barbecue?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I guess I got to do the barbecue now. Wasn't really planning on it, but that's okay. If the boy wants mama to cook, mama will cook. I'm good with it. What the heck, right? Of course, we're supposed to get more rain tomorrow, too. So pretty much we can't win. Wet, soggy, cold. Is anybody else going to be doing barbecue or going out doing anything special? All right, I'm just going to hang out at home and vegetate till you got to go back to work, which is cool too. I'm good, wet and rainy here also. Yeah, just continue. And it was supposed to clear up, and yeah, tomorrow it's gonna rain again. So it's really putting a wrench right in my plans. But oh god, yeah, raining here also. God, it's raining everywhere. We're all underwater. Guess we're all gonna have to become mer people. Something, right? That's all right. It's good to get the water. Makes everything grow. We got to look at it that way. And I'm bitch and complain that we can't move or function. We have to do the best we can. But we'll turn the camera on. Ta-da! That's what we've been working on. And it is still in the build. You can see. Well, that was rude. I kicked back out. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Forgive me, ma'am. I opted for doing nothing, just hanging out with the kids. Hey, that's cool too. Yeah, I wasn't planning on nothing because it was going to rain. And then my son's like, he wants tabbouleh, which is Lebanese salad. And he goes, "What do I have to get for the tabbouleh?" I'm like, "Oh, for the cookout." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, then while you're at the store, pick up the rest of the stuff too, because I wasn't doing nothing." Guess I couldn't get out of that one, right? Well, not a big deal. I guess everybody's got to eat, right? Oh, you're gonna throw roast in the crock pot? Nice. I did beef stew tonight. Oh, it was so good. It just felt it fit in with the weather because it's just cold and damp and horrible. And everybody was cold, so I said, okay, that's what we're gonna have: beef stew and biscuits. It was good, and I even got energetic and made a cake. Because my husband's got to have something sweet, so he got his cake. But these last few days, cold, wet, rainy, depressing, really didn't help my mood any. But I survived, and here I am. Here I am. Let me lower this down just a little bit so I can see what the hell everybody's saying. There we go. We rolled over to the other side here where you can see what I've got going on. I'll give it a little turn around so you guys can get a looky at all the stuff. This is a cute build. It really is. There were some issues with it. Go figure, right? Of course, there's issues with all of them, I guess. Mainly, it was the instructions. The instructions are very vague. Thank God for photographs to figure out where stuff goes. Um, but as far as anything else, not too bad. Not too bad of a build. I am excited about the new project that I have in line. It's cute. I'm going to be doing a remake. Uh, that's as far as I'm going to go with it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's going to be a remake. Did you send my plate down? Oh, oh, the stew was beautiful. It came out lovely. We talked about barbecue here, but we just got a report. It's supposed to be really windy tomorrow. Oh no. Yeah, well, it was supposed to be halfway decent, and now it's changed. We're gonna have rain. It's been raining for 2 days straight, and I can feel it because I mean, I have my gloves on, so you don't guys don't see this finger here. I thought it was gonna explode today. It was so swollen, and now the arthritis has moved up. It was just in this knuckle. Now it's moved up to the middle knuckle. So, oh God, I'm just going to be, like Fred Sanford, the arthritis. That's what it's going to look like eventually. God. I'll just start learning to do stuff with my feet. I mean, I can pick stuff up with my feet, but that's about it. That's as far as that goes. So, yeah, that is what we've got going on so far with this. This has more of an open concept. The bathroom is adorable. I'll turn it around so you can see the front part. You can see all the wiring. There's all that fun. But there's that bathroom. Isn't that cute? And this is the first one I've had that it was opened like this. So we've got a little painting to do. And I think we'll start with the painting before I finish putting on the roof in this section here to finish up that part of that building, because I have to paint all in this area. So it's easier for me to access that. We'll do that first and then glue on the other part of the roof. So, and of course, the trim. This is the trim piece for the top. So that's cute. And then we'll move on to the next section, according to instruction. But yeah, I'm excited about the new stuff I got coming in, and it's going to be, you're just going to have to wait and see. It's going to be cool. We're going to be transforming something. You didn't like the heat, so I sent rain, and you still aren't happy. Snow? No, God, no snow. No snow. Hello, Leanne. Leanne the angel. Hello. How are you, dear? I don't mind the rain. My body doesn't like the rain. And everything just hurts really, really bad. So I can't open up containers. And you should have seen me this morning trying to open up a juice container. It just wasn't happening. It took a really long time. But I got it. I got it open. Okay, so with this here, you can see this steeple section of the building here is a raw edge. I want to paint that so it blends in with the rest. So we're just going to do a little painting with that. I'm going to have to turn it for guys a little bit so it's more to my advantage so I can see what the hell I'm doing. But I like it when we paint it and finish it off to get rid of that raw edge. But there's some of the edges I do leave raw because it gives a little bit of more contrast to the build. Let's see. I wouldn't mind some snow. Oh, God, no, I don't want any snow. Dear Lord, no. Our weather has been so erratic. It goes from like 90, almost to 100, and then it shoots back down to 40. And, oh, God. But I think it's going to slowly creep up and go back into the 80s. I don't know. This has just been the weirdest spring ever. And of course we had frost the other day, which isn't uncommon. It really isn't, because people are like, are you kidding? I'm like, no, it's central New York. You never know what you're going to wake up to and face during the day. The other thing is it really sucks because if you have plans to do anything out, our lawn needs to be cut, and I'm not doing it in the rain, of course. And I was going to do it early in the morning yesterday before the rain started, but who wants to hear a lawnmower at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So I didn't want to piss off any of the neighbors, so I didn't do it, and then it started to pour. So that was the extent of that. So I'll have a jungle to take care of once the rain stops. What else is new, right? So we're getting that raw edge painted up, looking nice and pretty. Let's see. Get off my lawn. Leanne, I couldn't even run across your lawn if I wanted to today. That's how busted up I am today. I'm going to do the raw edge on this tarp. Yeah, tarp. Good Lord, Laura. On the top section here. It's decorative. I'm not going to do the insides though. I'm going to leave that raw to give it a little contrast, but I want to do the outside edge of it. Thanks. I had to go to Salem. My glasses broke. Then I swung by and saw my sister and came home late last night. Ooh, girl, so you've been on the run. So you must be tired. Must be tired. Well, I contacted my sister, see if she wanted to get in on the barbecue, and she's got to work tomorrow. But then she says, "Can you bring me food?" So I said, "Well, we'll see what we can do for you." They probably got some big sale going on where she works, and she's got to be there. They always do that on the holiday weekends, some kind of stupid tent sale or something in the parking lot. And so she always gets stuck unloading the trucks and getting it all set up. It's the joys of being a manager, right? Turn it this way so I can get this one front piece. The only adjustment I had to do to this area here, this piece it wasn't fitting correctly. So I had to, you can see this piece is what I'm talking about. This one here, I had to sand it down so it would fit properly because it wasn't fitting correctly. It was a little too long, so I had to sand it down a little bit, but it was no big deal. It's soft wood, pretty easy to manipulate. But so far with this build, I haven't had any complaints really. Not any major ones. I mean, there's one board that did have flaw in it, so I was very ginger with it when I cut the pieces out. But I'm really looking forward to the next thing I've got coming in, so that we could have a little adventure with it. Because this we're following directions. What I plan on with the other one is there's no directions. It is open, and we can just do what we want with it. And that's going to be fun. Also making up pieces for it so that we can just be a little more free with it, which I think that's really the fun part. We're doing stuff like this where you really can just be free and do anything you want to make it your own. So that is the plan. That is the plan, Stan. Touch up these edges that I couldn't see. Dainty, little here and there. Let's see. YouTube keeps arrowing. I can't even see what the hell it says. Airing out on my comments. It's getting frustrating. Oh, I apparently YouTube's gone wacky. I was right in the middle of watching Kenny Biddle's live, and towards the that was it. It started just going wonky, and then it shut off. It's like, well, okay, I guess that's the end of the show. I caught some of it though. I said my quick hellos, blanket hello to everybody. Because typing is just, of course, this is an easy painting, but I'm managing. It's amazing how these gloves help out. It really is. They help, with the pressure and the pain a little bit. So I really didn't get that much accomplished today because of the hand issue. But It's only going to get worse when we get older. So just going to have to deal with it like everything else, right, guys? And sorry if it's a little noisy. I do have a fan going um, because it gets warm in here. So it's funny. I have a fan going, and my husband in the other room has a heater blasting on him because, he's freezing. I told him he's turning into the classic old man. And, it's funny because I'm always hot. He's always cold. I says, wait, don't worry about it. When menopause is over, I'll be freezing my ass off. So just give it a little time. So stay there. You see, I've got a section of that painted. So now it looks a little more uniform. And I was, like I said, I left the center with that the contrast. So it kind of looks pretty cool. I like to do that kind of thing. So when I've got this face this way, I'm going to start painting in this section here to get rid of these raw edges. And then we'll be working on this. It's been happening all day in a lot of live streams. Oh, yeah. Hey, Ozzy. Hello, hello. Yeah, that's what I heard. Everybody's having problems. And maybe it's due to the weather. I don't know. Or maybe because just, this is the day that YouTube's going to suck. We have those days as well. Where it's just, no matter what you do, it sucks. And it is really frustrating because a little there, that's all right. Because you're trying to do a show, all right, and nobody can chat or, everything goes just squirrely. Oh my God, we've all been there. We've all been through it. It really stinks. And when I see something pop up, I'm like, oh shit, not now. Not now. I'm time for this now. But it's all part of the YouTube world. Not just YouTube, just internet in general. We used to have a lot of issues with internet in our area, and then they finally fixed that problem. No matter what you do, it just... we used to blow up equipment in our house. I'd get brand new equipment, it would blow up. Hope you're all well, Laura. I'm doing okay, Ozzy. I'm doing okay today. Yesterday was pretty rough. I was pretty stressed out and sick yesterday. I mean, just sick. And I just... Better today, because I slept most of the day, to be honest. Pretty much that's what I did. I had to catch up on some sleep, and it felt really good to sleep in. My husband was nice and let the dog out, so I didn't have to get up. Okay, now you can see here in this, can you see in this section here? You see that white line there? That is the wiring. And seeing that this is an open type floor plan, I'm going to paint right over those wires so they blend in with the wall. Because normally this stuff is hidden behind furniture or other walls. This one doesn't, so we're going to paint it. And it'll blend in. You won't even notice that it's there. Just get it tucked in where it needs to be. That's the beauty of paint. Get it tucked in behind that sign. I did have it glued, but it just wants to do its own thing. It's okay. It'll still blend in. So, oh yeah, it was great to have a couple of extra hours of sleep. And I was surprised how well the sleep was. Maybe because my stress was relieved, or I was just exhausted and passed out. I don't know, either or, but it was nice. And we're going to gingerly get paint over those lines. Try not to hit the sign or any of the other decorations. There we go. Love it. And then, of course, I'm just going to turn around to the other side. Out Wi-Fi is hot and mist and heavy rain. It's annoying, yeah. Our Wi-Fi is beamed across the country, so it's really snowy and dusty. Can't interfere. Sleep is good. Today's another day. Yeah, today was just the day to. So that's what I did. I just passed out, and then I got up, cleaned up a little bit. Let's see if my hand will stay steady enough for me to get these lines without effing up something. That's the trick. That's the trick. And they're still not secure the way I want them to be. So when the paint dries, I will reapply some more glue in that one corner, just so that they're a little bit more tucked in where they should be. But we're going to just get that black in there. Excuse me. Sorry, just waking up. I can't type. Hey, I hear you on that one. Oh, when I woke up this morning, even though I got to sleep in, I'm not kidding. It took me about an hour to wake up. I was like The Walking Dead. I was just like sitting there with my coffee and like, oh God. My husband's looking at me laughing. I said, oh, don't look at me. I don't laugh. Just leave me alone until I can get myself together. It did. It took about an hour. What a shit show that was. But then after that, I was able to function. Days like this, it's hard to function with this weather. And then it makes you think, when you were younger, you're like, oh, God, I remember you could just, get your full 8 hours and have jump right out of bed and ready to rock and roll. And now it's like, oh, am I dead? Oh, you're right. It's sad. It really is. I really miss those days where I didn't have to work that way. Just, it just keeps popping in my head. Oh, the golden years. Golden years, my ass. I find nothing golden about this. And my husband agrees with me because he gets so frustrated too. When you're able to get up and do what you got to do, and yeah, felt good about it, and not anymore. You're limited on what you can do, which that really annoys me. I don't like to be limited. I used to do everything on my own without a problem, and that's probably why I'm all beat up now because of the stuff I used to do when I was younger. So I busted up my body. So I got nobody to blame but myself. Getting all these raw edges done, guys. So all was uniform. Now, even though you don't have to do black edges like I'm doing, if you'd ever do anything like this, you can pick any color you want. I do the black so it blends in all together, but we could have trimmed it out in purple, gold, whatever suits your fancy. But seeing that we got like, and even if it's goth style, because this is a goth style building, so I could have done purple, red. Red would have been cool, huh? But I would want a deep, like blood red type of a color, so I would have to mix it to get that color because I don't have that on hand in a bottle. Doing this underside edge here. I did that. That looks good. This one piece here is a little wonky. So we're just going to paint that so it blends in. Do this side here. Oh, you guys can see that. I should check, right? So I'm just sitting here running my yap. And there that is. That looks good. Let's see. It's Aussie internet. Laura spent too much time riding bulls in a rodeo and playing pro. Yeah, see, and I all busted up. Yeah, see what I know. I wasn't riding bulls, or well, I used to play some football, but wasn't pro. I used to get right in there with the guys who play football. I used to get beat up, but it was all right. It was fun. But a lot of construction work, like I said, it was just me and my sister. No boys in the family. So my dad made us do construction stuff. And so I was carrying heavy things. And, we always had, like fire pits and stuff. So we chopping wood. And yeah, just brute stuff. We didn't get to sit around and be girly girly. It just wasn't an option, which I'm okay with because then when I got older, I knew I could handle whatever got shot my way. So, but now I get very frustrated that I can't do things like I used to do. And I mean, thank God I have a son. You know, my husband helps the best he can because his arm's messed up. So he can't do stuff like that anymore either. But I got to wait until my son comes around and say, hey, I need help with this. Or I need help with that. And I don't like to do that. I like to do for myself. But I guess those days are done. Hey, Pop, how's it going? There, lunch dishes are done. Actually, I haven't done dinner dishes yet. They're waiting for me after the show. So that's what I got to look forward to. Because once I fed my father and my dad, or my husband, and I got the table and stuff cleaned up, I said, I got to go. So we had, it ain't that many dishes, just a couple. It'll be okay. Yeah, maybe I'll talk my son into doing the barbecuing tomorrow. So you man the grill, I'll be in the house, doing the salads. How about that? It's one way to get out of it, right? Get him prepped and ready for where he could just do all the barbecues. I'll go to his house. That's what I should have said. Well, no, we're gonna do barbecue at your house. Let us know when it's ready. We'll be there. So too late to think of that one now because I already told him here. Should have thought before I opened my big yap. Hey, Edmund, how's it going? I hope you are well. But at least now we know we can get because it's the holiday weekend. They wouldn't let us plant anything up at the cemetery until the holiday weekend. So I'll have to get my butt to the nurse garden center or something and pick out something for mom. And then make the appointment with the monument place so we could go and have her stone done. So a little bit at a time. I don't really talk about it that much because every time I do it, I get upset. So I try to avoid the conversation. But it's getting better. It's getting better. And I know everybody says it takes time. It does, but I don't know. Just it is what it is. So I've got all of these edges caught up and they're looking good. Make sure I don't missing any little spots here and there. What are you building, Laura? Well, this one is what the hell was this called, guys? I forgot what this was called. This one is. Let me get the book because I forgot the name of it. And we're getting close. This is the Luna Magic House. So that's what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. And we're getting there. It's cute. And like I said, the only problem I had with it was the directions themselves. Because, I mean, these are the directions, guys. And I mean, we got all this chaos going on. But then, like, I have one spot, like, okay, well, what goes here? And they don't have it marked or say what the hell it is. So you're like, oh. So you got to sit there and you got to study the photo and figure it out. That is the only beef I had with this one. Wiring this was super easy, which is great. You know, I have all the extra, here's the lamps for the other rooms and stuff. Those are ready. And it's got all little surprises in here that light up. So it's going to be fun once we finally plug it in. Otherwise, it was really an easy, quick build. The thing I'm looking forward to, like I said, though, is what I've got coming in. And that's going to be, it's going to be a rebuild. I'm going to rebuild it the way I want it. So it's going to be fun. I think you guys are going to enjoy that because it's going to be more freestyling, changing up what's already there and making it different. So that'll be fun. And once that one's finished, that comes out really nice, and I might even use it as like a giveaway. So we'll put the paintbrush down for now, and we will get working on the rest of that roof. So let's get that brush clean. Let's see. Lord, every time it's a new one. How cool. Yeah, I have a whole collection here. I've got to start doing something with these things. Thanks, Pinky. Because this my husband goes, what the heck? I got a whole village going on here. But that's what eventually I'll probably end up doing. Either like maybe doing, I don't know. I gotta have ideas, guys. Auction something off, maybe for charity, or I don't know. Just do a plain giveaway. Of course, it would have to be just US only because the postage would freaking kill me. And I would have to figure out how to package it so it doesn't get all busted up. That's the thing I worry about, is having something get all broken. That would just be the challenge right there, getting it packaged up and getting it, where it's got to go safely. So we'll see what happens. Like with the ship that I did, there's no way I could send it out to anybody. It's just too damn big, and I guarantee it would not make the trip. Wouldn't make it at all. It would be. It's because it's too fragile. But I think it'd be cool to do like a giveaway. Let's see what happens. And the reason I had decided on doing this next project was because I don't, like I said, I don't have the big house up here yet. Once I get that up here, then that'll be room by room. That'll take that build will take forever because it's going to be a rebuild, a strip down and a rebuild, and that'll take forever. And which is going to be fun because then you could see me doing all of the added things to change everything over, and that'll eventually what will be happening. But for now, I'm going to finish up the stuff I got going, like the ships and some of these miniature figurines. I have to finish up. But I really enjoy doing the houses because they're just so fun. I've always had the same. I always like to look at that one game. What the hell is that game? Oh God, where you used to like build the house and all of that, and then you have the family. And I never would take care of the family. I just loved designing and doing the house. The family always ended up starving to death because I never fed them. But all I cared about was constructing and designing and decorating the house. I can't even remember that. I think we still have it actually. it was a computer game, I believe. Yeah, yeah, it was a computer game. I thought you had to get early, admit. Oh, you woke up to do the Mother Nature run. Sims, that's it. Yep, the Sims. So I would, build, like I said, build the house, you know, do the whole thing, and then, of course, you got to start the family and do all that other crap. And I was, they'd all starve to death, but I got the house done. That's the part I enjoyed the most. My son would always laugh at me. Were you supposed to feed him and stuff? I don't care about that. Okay, so I'm going to put this other part of this roof on, and I'm going to directly use the glue tip and put the glue right on the eaves here to attach the roof panel. And this light will fall into place once I put that panel on. And what I'll do is add a little glue at this top edge so that wire catches that edge. That's how we're going to work that one. This is something to adhere to. Had to squeeze my lemon. You had to squeeze your lemon. That sounds painful. And we still have that game. I'm pretty sure we still got it. I don't think I could play it on the computer in the dining room. I can't play it on this one. I don't think. Okay, so I got that in the position. It's gonna work. I'm gonna put this panel on, line it up so it matches, press it into place, and then I'm going to turn and with my tweezers put that light into the correct position. The Sims house is full of dead bodies. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but the house looks banging. It was. Let me see, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to use my sharp tool here because it's longer, so that I can attach that lamp in the position that I want it. So I'm just gonna reach in there and guide that wire to where I want it. And there we go. That is going to stick into place and illuminate. So there it is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Of course, it could hang down lower, but you know what? I don't care if it hangs down lower. It's going to light up. And it's not like anybody's going to pay attention to the lamp itself, but I'll do it just because, just because. So that's where I'm going to grab with the tweezers. Pull it down a little bit so it shows. I gotta give it some bends in that one spot. So let's bend it and move it over. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get that. Again, just adjust this. Doesn't want to pay attention to me, so now I got to bring in the bigger boy. I've got to use the pliers if I can. I don't know if I'm going to manage this because my fingers are all messed up. That isn't going to work because it's just not. Let's use these. They're a longer tweezer. Get a little bit more control with that. Oh, yeah, a little turkey. Just be patient with me, guys. That's not going to work like that. Guess what? I'm going in with a finger because the wire's fighting me. So. All right, we're going to leave it like that because that's the way it's going to work. The Sims house full of dead bodies. It's Brit Talk. Sims is a fun game. I know. I'm sure I still got it. I don't remember ever getting rid of it. That's what at first someone's calling it squeezing a lemon. Oh, okay. We have many sayings for that here. The funniest one I've ever heard was from a guy at work. He says, "I got to go drop the kids off at the pool." I'm like, "What?" Okay, I never heard that one, but I died laughing when I heard that. I was like, "Holy crap, that's freaking funny!" uh, but everybody's got their own thing, I guess. Okay, so now we've got that piece installed. Now we've got to put on the top gable part and the front decorative part. And I have those already out and ready to rock and roll. So this is the front section that's going to go on there. That's just going to go on right here. Just a decorative little piece. Never played The Sims. Oh, it's like I said, I didn't care anything about the family and all that other stuff. I mean, you had to do it because it was part of the game. But once I got them all done, then it's like back to decorating the house. You had to earn money to buy stuff, so I would do what I had to do to earn the money and to decorate the house. That was the fun part. So yeah, it was everybody was pretty much dead by the time I was done because I didn't care about that. I didn't care about that part. Terrible. Okay, that is in place. And then we put the top piece on. No pee in the pool. No pee in the pool. And again, just directly applying the glue to this rafter piece here. Set that in place. But I definitely have to say the wiring on this one was so easy compared to some that I've done where it's caused a lot of swearing. But this one seemed to be pretty smooth. I did test all the wiring, so it all should light up. But you know, it's not a guarantee because I've had that happen too. Just make sure this is centered. And turn it all the way around, make sure it looks good. It's looking good. So now we have to put on the back section. I was told it would go red if I peed in the pool. Oh, jeez. No, we never peed in the pool. That's a no-no. A big no-no. Okay, where is the back section of this? Again, it's not telling me shit, guys. Not telling me shit. And I'm pretty sure there is a back section. Oh, maybe not. Because according to the picture, I don't see any back. Why would they do that? No, they can't leave that awry. It's just got to be a back section. I just haven't found it yet. 101.99. Huh. All right, we're going to just have to go on to the next one until I figure out if there is a back section to that. I think it's kind of stupid that they don't have a back on that. But I didn't build it. I didn't manufacture it, put it that way. But I think that it's a raw edge. If it is, I'll have to fix that because it's kind of not. I don't like it when it's left like that. It looks like crap. Okay, so now we're going to move on to a little decorating. Yay! So we're going to start with 112, which is a railing, which is going to go between these two sections here. And that is a 112. I have to find that piece. Laura, do you put which car? You're so patient. Oh, it's a mission. It's a mission that I'm on. Of course, even though now that I'm thinking about it, I might even paint these, the roof panels, because why leave them gray? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll do them a deep purple. What do you think of that? Just an idea, you know? Just an idea. What did I say? It sounded 112, didn't I? 112 is the magic number. Let's see if we can find 112. 112 is probably ain't that. It ain't that. And apparently I'm full of shit and looked at the wrong number. What did you do last night, Pomp? Oh, I pooped. I pooped in. I popped in to watch Laura build a miniature and Admit and Sage were talking about peeing in the pool. Oh God. No peeing in the pool. Actually, I had a friend, God rest him, he was a great guy, very talented artist and musician. He used to do you see people that have like bear carvings and stuff like that. Well, he could carve anything into wood. And I was going to have him, importantly, he passed away before I could get it done, a life-size bear and have it by our pool, holding a sign saying, "Do not pee in the pool." And he was going to do it for me, but we just never got around to do it. And then he got sick. But I just thought that would be hilarious. Okay, what did I say? I said, yeah, 112. What up with that, man? What up with that? 112, 13. Ah, I found it. I found it. It's here. It is here, guys. And it's a thin piece, so we're going to have to cut it so I don't break it. Hey, girly, girly, girly. How are you? Let's see what the pieces are. They're on the ends. And I kind of have to double finger this deal because like I said I can't use my finger. There's no strength whatsoever in the fingers. Actually, I'm just going to set that there for right at the moment. And this is where this piece is going to go, right in between these two sections of the building. So, actually, no, I better move that. It's going to be in the way. We don't want it in the way. So, wherever that goes. Okay. I see you, said the blind man. So, like I said, this is going to go in this section here. So we can put a little glue, a little dab will do ya. Aren't you supposed to put a sarcastic sign like "Welcome to our"? Notice there's no P in it. Let's keep it that way. Oh, actually, that's good too. I mean, there's other places around here, other woodworkers and carvers that could do something like that. But he was a friend of mine, and I loved. Each one has their own style, and their faces just look so, so caring, and they were just the expression on the faces of the bears were just awesome, and I loved the way he did them. And like I said, I never got a chance to have him do it for me. And his illness was unexpected, which is a shame. Actually, you can see some of his videos on YouTube. The band that he used to have, which they still, the band is still going in his memory, but they were known as Mutt Farm. And he was the lead singer, Mark. And boy, that guy, I'm telling you, he was brilliant. He was brilliant. The stories he could tell and the experiences he's had in life, and very talented. And it was a shame because he gave up the carving and stuff because his real passion was music, and he wanted to concentrate on that. Um, but he did the wood carving as a side gig to earn money. But you just asked him to carve something, and he could do it. So he was magic with that. I know he did a custom refrigerator for somebody. Somebody had this refrigerator that they went in at their camp, and he did a whole wildlife scene on the door of the refrigerator. It was beautiful. Oh my God, it was beautiful. And at least they have that, to remember him by. So that was just awesome. And a lot of his work is all up in the Adirondacks. All stores and stuff like that, businesses had him commission him to do carvings and stuff for their businesses. So it was really nice. So there's a little bit of him left around to remember him by. Okay, now we're going to put in a little bit of the extras that we have. So one of them is this little box. And then there's I gotta see what that is. I gotta see what that is. So yeah, if you ever check it out, it's called Mutt Farm, and it's on YouTube. And you'll see the guy I'm talking about. His name is Mark. Okay, that is a book or a magazine. That is what that is. I want to make sure I got the right thing. So that's that. And then the next step is one of the kitties. One of the kitties go there. And a box, which is this box. And a couple of other books stack up next to that. So let me find those. And our little collection that we got going on here. It's that one. And I really don't think it makes a difference what the hell we stick over there. I'll put this one on top of it. We'll do that. That's what we'll do. And also a broom. Now I had to hand make these brooms, which was a blast. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, that's what goes on the floor in those sections. So shove that over there, put that over there. And let me catch up what you guys are saying. It's a heat wave in the UK. Oh, good Lord, turn the fans on. If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie, wipe the seedy. That's right. If it's yellow, let it be mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Oh, I've never heard that one. That's funny. That's hilarious. Here's one of the brooms that I had to make. Look at this thing. What a big pain in the cheeks that was. But, well, you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, so now let's start installing this stuff where they want it to be installed. So by this section here, we've got to put our box with the little crystal ball on it. So I just like to dry run and put the stuff in place and then glue it down once I get it all set and ready. Which is a good thing to do because sometimes you think it goes in a certain spot, and then when you go put another wall up, it doesn't fit. So always dry run your placement on your things before you put them in. And then there's a book that goes in the front part there. So we'll turn that around to do that. And what goes by there, we'll turn this out. I got to turn it around so we can access the other side of this. Slowly, my dear. Turn it around, and then we got to put a book in there. I cannot manipulate any tools whatsoever. My hands are shocked. Shocked, I tell you. All right, this goes on the floor. Good place for it, on the floor right by the steps. So because somebody could step on it and trip. And then in the corner of the railing there, that's where they want the broom, the box, and the kitty. So that's where we're going to put those. So now that I know where that goes, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the palette and then dab and put in place. And we are going to actually dip the end of this broom in the glue. And I'm going to put a little dab on the handle on the back side, Laura, not the top. And then use my tweezers, curved tweezers, to put it into place. Wish me luck that I don't drop it because I can't really apply pressure. Well, it was worth a try. Oh, you sad ass bag, you. There we go. Ooh, we got a little bug or something flying around here. Be gone, critter. Let me turn this so that I can get that into place. I've got to double team it. There we go. That's where that's got to go. Push it up a little bit because I got to make room for the box that goes in front of it. Bank holiday Monday, we get it off in the U. Yeah, we have it off too. We're gonna do barbecue, I guess. Last minute barbecue. I got the phone call after dinner. I told my son, "Well, you get a barbecue, you get the stuff, bring it over. We'll cook it. It's gonna be raining, so we'll cook it outside, and everybody will run inside and eat it. That's pretty much the extent of that. I think I put this big old box in front of there. You can't even see the broom. That stinks." Yeah, can't even see it. Well, that's kind of stupid. I'm going to move it off to the side a little bit because you want to see the broom. Go through all that trouble to make it. I want somebody to see it. There we go. And I'm just going to take the end of the brush and push that box into place so it sticks. We want it to stick. And then with the books, we're just going to put a little dab on the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. It takes me twice as long to do this because of my freaking hands. And that. Don't step on a wet book. It's slippery. Is Cheza here? Hello, Cheza. Barbecue day, yes. Nice. Oh, Pop's working. Oh, see, that's the problem with retail, Pop. Doesn't that suck? My sister's got to work too. That's why I was never much for working in retail, because if you want to go away or something for the day with your family, you can't because you got to work. Everybody else is going to be, at camp or doing whatever, and you got to work. So that really stinks. So you got to make the best of it. How is Miss Cheza? What's Cheza up to? Is she still doing the miniatures? She's doing the book nooks, which are so cool. I love those, but I'd have it done in like a day. I want something. That's why I do the bigger ones, because I want it to last longer than a day. Aren't I grubby? And then we're going to put our kitty in place. And there our kitty is. I'm good, thank you. It's always good to see you, Cheza. I should have Cheza on just for the hell of it so we can catch up and see what her and the shrimp are up to. Would you be up for that, Cheza? Let me know. We would accommodate your time so that you're not, up till late hours in the night. Okay, now I got put that box in place that I waited to do. So I'm going to pull that out of there. Put a little glue on the bottom. And stick that into place. Vitality is crap too. Oh, yeah, it is. Yep. I've got a lot of family and friends that are also in that industry, and yeah, they've got to be there. Like when my mother used to work in the hotel industry. Uh, she always got stuck working. I was like, I told him, I'm sorry, that ain't happening. So there we go. We've got that stuff all put into place. All look at our little kitty sitting there being so friendly and patient for its next victim to come through. Cats, gotta love them. Tessa played a radioactive on her new guitar for me and sent it to me. Oh, hey, how do you rank? Thank you for this live, Laura. I'm sitting in a car waiting endlessly for my teenager, and this is so calming. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Tell him, hey, move it or lose it. Uh, did I miss something that from Janice? It doesn't show up on here. Oh my god. That's what ticks me off. I don't see when somebody sends something on the restream. I don't only once in a great while, so I don't know what the hell. Let me see. Let me see. Not to mention my eyeballs are all blurry. They're all messed up. I still don't see it. Well, thank you, Janice. Oh, there it is. Sent sunshine for 200. Okay, thank you. I see it now. I see it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I still don't understand how those things work. I have to look into it. Floating hearts from Girly. Oh, thank you. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, how fun those are. I gotta look into those. Those are so cool. And I still haven't had a chance to look into them. So you haven't answered me, Cheza. Are you willing to be a victim and come on my program? And I've had you on before, long time ago. Why, thank you, Sir Pomp. Oh, just for being me. I thank you. Let's give him a little yeehaw. A yeehaw for you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and look at Sage. Wonderful. Oh, and Pedal's got it. Nice. I haven't seen her in a hot minute. Where's she been hiding? And we're going to give Sage a thank you, too. Let's do a little monkey action for Sage. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it. Oh, I was going to ask you, Janice, did you get your Google problem fixed? I hope you did. It's easier if you've got somebody there in person to help you. Trying to explain how to fix stuff like that over the phone is a nightmare because I've tried that before, and it usually doesn't turn out too good. So I hope you got it fixed. Ooh, Miss Cheza. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cheza. Anytime, like I said, if you're willing to come on and sit and shoot the shit with me, we'll set something up. I'd love to get caught up with you. I did a thing today and went to mass, and my first confession in 40 years. Holy crap, man! Were you in there forever? It was a salty confession. I was so embarrassed, but I finally went. And don't you feel better? Don't feel bad. I haven't done it in over 4 years either. I do my confessing on my own time. hairdo on the monkey looks like mine when I get up in the morning. Justin said it looks just like it. But I'm glad you got that fixed, Janice. That's awesome. Oh, no fear. Believe me, none of them are angels either, and they get it. They're not there to judge. But I mean, a lot of people feel great after they do that. So if it made you feel better, then it was worth it. It's been a hot minute since I've done that. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the next room here, this little corner here, this little platform. So I've got to find those pieces, which is 28 and 27. 28 and 27. It would take me 4 years to confess. Believe me, Pop, once you start spewing it out, it goes really quick. So, um, I was raised Catholic, and we used to do that all the time. But then I came to the realization, God's already known what I'm doing before I do it. So if you just confess your sins during prayer time, uh, I think it's just as good. But to each his own. You know what I mean? Let's see. What did I say? I said 28 and 27. Is that what I said? I think so. I think I found it. So it's up to you guys. And I got to keep a lot of this black wood because I'm going to need it for that next project. And then on a drive home in traffic, I already set myself on the road back to hell coming out. What are thoughts that I got to go do it again next week? We'll build up some. You got to build it up so it's worth the goal, Make it worth your while. Build up some stuff. Oh God. There we go. That's a little easier. 27, 28. That should do her. That should do her. A blanket hello. Hello, Julie Ann. How's Julie? I know, Julie, if it's raining your way, you're as miserable as the rest of us. As miserable as the rest. Let's get out the little. They have the little one. I can't bend my finger that far today. We'll do the big one today. File off those ends. So we have no lumps, no lumpy bumpies. Yeah, I've been a lapsed Catholic, but my kids are getting so catechism. So I learned almost everything daily on some sort of a mini sin. I'm so doomed. Oh, we all are. Don't feel bad. We all are. There's not any of us that live as pure as the Bible wants us to be. Catechism, great read, it really is. I still have all of them. I still read all of that. It's a good thing to have along with your Bible. Um, it's good to have multiple Bibles, to be honest. I mean, if you are, if you partake in reading, you'd be amazed at how nice it makes you feel. Good stress reliever. Of course, with me being a minister, I have to keep up on it. I can't remember anything. Not can't, it's terrible. I can't remember any scripture by heart anymore. So I always have to read as I go along. Fibro has screwed up my brain, so I can't remember. I'm lucky I remember who the hell I am from day to day. So it is what it is. Lucky that priest that sent me into confession with the other priests. Don't say worry. He's heard everything. Oh, you can, yeah. They've heard everything. So don't worry about it. Please, what you've done is nothing compared to what a lot of people do. And like I said, the good Lord already knows what you've done before you even said it. So I wouldn't stress it too much. So I'm going to put this into place. I've got to use the magnifier so I can line up the lines so that it is in correct position. So I said, but yeah, it didn't really work out that way, did it? Because I just got glue where I shouldn't have. So now I use the fingernails to clean it up. That's the beauty of the nails. It helps me clean up the boo-boos. And I believe that is correct. So we are good to go. Because there's railings that are going to be going in here, I'm assuming. So I've got that in the right position. Yep, thankfully the church puts a projection of the responses on the wall. It's been so long they changed the Catholic responses. Oh. It's hard. I'm learning. Someone had prayed for me, and I'm far away, guys, as I'm trying to read it. Pray for me that I didn't know. I feel like I'm waking up from sort of a dread coma. Is that what she's saying? Yeah. Well, that's good that you're finding your faith again, and go ahead. So, you know, even if you're not a continuous practitioner of your faith, once in a while, just to go in and sit and enjoy the mass or the teachings, it really does make you feel better. It's just something about it. They don't say also with you anymore. Now it's different. Really? What do they say now? I don't know where I go. They still say where I go. They still say that. So, of course, what is the Catholic Church that you go to? Is it Roman Catholic? I mean, you gotta each one do. It depends on the priest. Mine's Maronite Catholic, so yeah, they still say that um, during service. Even though I haven't been there, they've changed like 3 priests since I've been there. I actually stopped going after my mother started getting sick. Because I used to take my mother all the time, and when she became sick, I just stopped going. And I gotta make sure these are lined up. I don't think these are lined up correctly. Let me see. So I'm going to take my ruler and use my ruler as a guide. Move this lamp out of the way just to make sure that I have these lined up, and I don't. So this is going to be moved over. That's what I thought. It looked a little sketchy. Thank God the glue's not dry. Because right now, then I'd be swearing. Because I'm hooked up. And there we have alignment now. See, that's great when you use your ruler as a straight edge. So you can see if you got your alignment correct. I gotta make sure that it is upright. It is correct. Also, you also can use it as a square because you got your 90-degree angle. So if you're in doubt about a 90-degree angle, you're just gonna put it up there and put it in position, and it'll tell you if you are at your 90-degree angle. So your ruler is such a great tool. Which sounds odd to me. Just like well, everybody says, the prayers are said different too in a lot of different churches. So it's depends on where you go, I guess. And also with you is changed somewhere in 2017. I had no idea. I couldn't fake that. I hadn't been going because they changed so much. You'll catch on. If you keep going, you'll catch on. You just got to give yourself some time to get familiar with it. Hey, Tarts, how's it going? How's it going? Okay, so we got that into position, and now I have to do a roof panel. This is kind of like a lean-to. A lean-to. Um, oh. I have to look at the right one. Yeah, there it is. Good Lord of mercy. Okay. I'm looking for number 10 cutout for the back section of that. And then we will put in our wiring for the lamp. So we're looking for 10 on the paper cutout. That is our stencil. And I'll show you how this stuff looks. This is the cutouts that you get with it. There's your stencils. And then you'll cut those out, and then they'll be traced onto the corrugated paper. That is your roof material. And I'm going to make sure I got the right one. We're working on this section here. So I'm going to need 10 and 810. I don't know. It's a 13. It's a 13, dork. There it is. Tell you, my eyeballs are all squirrely tonight. So but I'm going to need 10 as well. But we'll cut out 13 first. Get this out of the way so I don't cut that by mistake. It's funny because there's Holy Ruler where they're behind me doing the most and was like, hey, can I sit in the rookie seats? Oh, pay no mind to them. Pay no mind to them. A lot of those people just show up, to show off the fancy clothes, and the ones that squawk the most are usually the ones that are the hypocrites. Hey, Ghost, how's it going? So here, now you're going to see me. You got to follow the little black line. So you just don't put it out. Make it pretty. Do it slow. Because you don't want to cut it too short. I've got a little edge that's out there. Cut that off. Just hit the like. Yes, please like away. Like away. Oh, something so cool I got to share with you guys. I know you heard about Sarah B. She went to the Paracon. And she said she had a blast. A lot of stuff was expensive, but she had a good time. Got to meet some of her favorites. And she was wearing one of my t-shirts. And somebody there said, hey, yeah, we know that channel. And I was like, oh my God, I'm famous. I thought that was the coolest thing. I didn't think anybody was going to, anybody at Paracon would know who the hell I am. So that was pretty cool. As a famous. I was just saying how that one actress from Twilight was there. The one that played one with the short hair, Alice. She was charging $80 for a autograph and $100 for a selfie. And I would tell her, sweetie, you're not that famous. Who the hell in their right mind would pay that kind of money for somebody's name? Really? Oh my God, it's just, you made millions off the movie. You can't afford to give away an autograph? That's just wrong. or a selfie. I mean, you're not even paying for the like film or anything. It's on somebody's phone. I thought that was insane. Of course, I've never been to a Paracon, but I still wouldn't pay that kind of money. Hello, Miss Betty. How are you? I'll go when it's all in Latin and Georgian chants. Oh, ours, you have two choices at our church, Leanne. It's either you can have the English version, which is the later version. The early morning version is all done in Arabic, which is amazing. It's amazing. I love it. And then you guys got the guys up in the choir section, and they're singing in the Arabic. It's I love that sound. So that's pretty cool. But if that's what you're looking for, then you got to search around. I'm sure there's a church around there that will do that. Have it all in Latin. Cutting out the doorway little by little. And stick out that end. A little sad, but oh, send love, guys. Send love to Miss Betty. No sadness, darling. We're here to make you smile. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses to Miss Betty. Thank you for sharing, girls. I'm working on my project for you, Pinky. It is slow going because I am new to it, but it's been fun. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Fill us in. Okay, so when you're doing the any of the roofing material, pay attention to the direction of the corrugated board. It'll show you which direction that you should be on the paper that you just cut out. All right, cut out. It shows you, see the design? That's the way you want it to go. And then you always do it on the back side because it's easier to trace out and to cut. Find where I stuck my pen. There it is, this pile of stuff. And then I just do a quick line to make sure that's even, to mark it so that we get it exact. Holding it in place the best you can. Use all your fingers, even the one you use to pick your nose, to hold it in place. And you do just a quick trace so that you know what you're cutting out. Oh, thank you guys. Well, we love you too, Betty. No sadness. And then you can take that stencil and put it to the side and then cut out your piece. I'm cutting my piece, guys. There it is. Always save the little bits because you never know when you might need them. So save the little bits. You might need it for a patch or another project. Always comes in handy, these materials. Like I said, a lot of the boards and stuff I do discard, but some of them I'll think, oh wait, this is an interesting shape. I could use this on another project, so I will save some of it. The thinner, like black material from the blackboard, I use this as railings and stuff like that. So that really comes in handy. So just cut that big piece off. Hope things get better soon, Betty. Oh, hey, Dave. Dave snuck in. How's Dave doing? So I'm just going to slowly cut out the door on this one. People got to wait. You got to get in there, right? Got to have a door. Hope I didn't share my my sadness with Miss Betty because I was in rough shape yesterday. And, it can be contagious. Of course, this weather doesn't help. Put you in a depression, and we just got to try to pull ourselves out of our funk. And yes, our friends in the chat help a great deal. It helps us feel better. And that's what these shows are about. I want everybody to come in and feel better. And we do trying to do a little magic, you know what I mean? A little bit of magic. Well, see, this is a great door. You could use that as a door, so save stuff like that. And then you'd be like me and have a collection of shit all over. Move the light out of the way. This is going to be attached to the inside of this piece, which is kind of strange because, but that's where they said to put it. So if you're going out that doorway, you're going to be falling down the stairs. Oh, well, not me. I'm not going to worry about it. So, and see that this is in the position that is in, I'm going to have to use a pointed tool to apply the glue to that back side. But we could use the nozzle just directly onto the front piece here. I have to put a sign up, First Steps a Doozy. Little Dan on the palette. And seeing that it is the way it is, I'm going to use the knife to apply the glue in that section. It will be easier, helping me spread the glue out. I'm so excited about the other piece coming in. Of course, I'm excited about all the pieces that I order for the show to come in because there's just so many fun things to do. It's certainly been a learning experience. We got to find out what you guys are doing. I can't wait to see what you're up to. Sneaky sneakies. Laura needs to make a meditation sleep video. It's just the right voice. Oh, just $19.95. Are you saying I put you to sleep, Leanne? No. Not me. Okay, and I'm just going to push that into place. Very gentle. Be gentle. Gentle. And there it is into place. How cute. How cute is that? Is it on the side of her OnlyFans gig? Yes, that's, yeah, I do the feet pictures on the OnlyFans. Is that what it is? OnlyFans? I don't even know how to say it. Yeah, my foot modeling. That's it, yeah. Where I pour hot sauce all over my toes. That's hot, isn't it? Ooh. Okay, now we have to do the lamp installation for this room. And we are going to do a little gluing. Ooh, hot sauce, hot fudge, whatever, whatever. In the red stilettos that I wear. Once upon a time I could wear stilettos. Not anymore. My feet and ankles are like, what the I try to put on those shoes. Bitch, you crazy? Those days are done. So I dread when I have to put shoes on like that, because I don't. I usually use flats because I can't wear that stuff no more. Which sucks because I really love a good high heel shoe. But that's the way it goes. That's when I throw out there and tell my husband, well, I could just wear them and lay in bed with my feet up in the air and that'll look nice. We'll try that. But as far as me walking around and forget it, that's over with. Which also stinks because I used to love to ice skate and roller skate. Yeah. My ankles are like, that's not happening no more. Done. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and I'll end up painting this white line black as well, just to camouflage it on the side of the room. And then we're going to, one of these wires is a little bit longer. I didn't pull it all the way through. Bad girl, bad girl. And I'm going to push that into place. And what I do in this situation here, after I get done knocking everything, wrecking everything, Crap, I'm going to have to redo that one. Is I actually tape this into place. I'm going to fix that one wall section. I pushed it off. So let's do it again. Do it right. There we go. Okay. And what I do is I get a little bit of tape. And as I hold this into position, I will tape it until it sets. This way it frees my hands up for something else. I keep knocking that out of place. It's starting to tick myself off. Okay, so I always have a piece of tape handy, stuck to the side of the table with the lamp. I got tape stuck all over the place. And I'm going to put it over this wire very gently into place there. Just to hold that wire in place. And then when that sets up, then I can bend it and attach it to the ceiling. And I just let that set up. I keep pushing that out of whack. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me. Let's see. Laura, try rollerblading. The skates have better. Try rollerblading. The skates have better ankle support. Actually, my son has a pair. I was thinking about trying those, but you know what's going to happen? I am going to wipe out and end up on my back end, and it'll be hilarious. Or I'll end up breaking something. But I've thought about it. But they weigh a ton. But I was always on roller skates or ice skates. I loved doing that. And yeah, just, I think the ice skating just effed up my ankles. Leanne, at night, she puts her face on the side of me. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Laura, did you really do that? Sorry for laughing. Thought you were joking. What did I miss? Did I really do what? I gotta get caught up. What did I say? I'm not saying I'm ready for it. Oh, I'm not ready for a nap. Well, you probably are. Red stilettos with strawberry syrup. Yeah. There you go. Was she talking? Are you talking about the OnlyFans thing? No, I'm not. I can't do that. Roller boots are easier. Nice, buddy. I have a cat that insists on sleeping with me, her face next to mine. Aww. Fall on the backside and not move for a week or more. Exactly. OnlyFans. Yeah, no. You can laugh all you want. No, I don't do that. No. But that's the joke around here. Because my son does know somebody who actually does that. The OnlyFans foot pictures, and she bought herself a brand new fifth wheel with the money she made off of the photographs. And I was like, damn, I got to get in on that. So that's been a joke around here. But I can't do that. The shoes on the bed, is that what you're talking about? That I would do. I found these pair of shoes, it was years ago, and they were candy apple red. And they had to have been about 6 to 8 inch stilettos. These shoes were smoking hot. And I told my husband, oh, damn. I said, I can't wear those anymore. And that's what I made the comment. I did it in the store. I says, but if I buy them and I just put them on in the bedroom, woohoo. And he told me to shut up. I told him, I said, you're a party pooper. But yeah, the woman bought a brand new fifth wheel with photographs from foot pictures. I was thinking, oh my God, what are we doing wrong? I mean, I always make sure that, I got a good pedicure going on, but can't do that stuff. I guess there's a lot of people out there that are really into some kinky feet stuff, I guess. Of course, they're into a lot of weird stuff. I did check out that OnlyFans thing because I'm like, okay, what the hell's the big deal here? And I see it's like regular programming they do, but if you want the inside scoop, the backstage stuff, that's where you got to pay. And that's where they start doing the freaky deaky shit. But that's the joke, doing the foot pictures. Because I said, well, shit, I could use, I would like to have a new camper. I mean, I love the one that we have, but it's a pop up and it's gore. It's a nice camper. We've had it for a long time and we've got wonderful use out of it. But now that I'm older, because I was always doing all the setup, it's starting to really kick my ass trying to set that thing up. And there's plenty of room, but now that we have the dog, I'd like to have a little bit more room. So I'd rather have a travel trailer and then just leave it somewhere. Because I told my husband, a travel trailer with a slide out, I'm good. All I want to do now is turn the key, go in, and make the beds, and we're at camp. Instead of having to travel all over, set the thing up, it's. I won't get rid of it because I do love it, and I use it in the yard. So if we have family or friends that come and stay, it's kind of like their own personal little suite or apartment because it actually sleeps 6 people. It has a kitchen, refrigerator, furnace if you get cold. It's great. And I've noticed that the ones they have out today now, the newer models, don't even have inside kitchens. It's got a sink. Mine's got everything. So if I ever sold it, people would probably snag it right up because it's got all that stuff in it. I into weird stuff, pure weird stuff. Yeah. Somebody asked me for a nude, and I said, "Oh," and I sent a foot pic. Oh, there you go. They weren't specific. Nice, easy money, isn't it? But yeah, no. I miss high heels and stilettos. I used to wear. I know, Julie, don't it suck? You can't wear any of it. So I've got a bunch of those all in the closet, just collecting dust. You could look at them and say, "Oh, I used to wear these." Not anymore. Now I have to wear flats. And again, I am a minister, so how can I explain that? Well, I'm a minister. I perform, weddings and baptisms and all of this stuff, and help people with counseling. And here I am. I got foot pictures on the internet. No, they'd be a little hard to explain. For sure, you guys saved me. Oh, well, see, that's great. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. How do I change my profile? You have to go into your account settings, Betty, and it'll have on there change profile picture, and then you upload a picture from whatever you have available online. I donated mine. Oh, good deal there, Julie. No, I still hold on to mine. Just wishful thinking. The best pair I ever had actually were my wedding shoes, but the dog we had at the time decided to eat them. Oh, I was so upset. Those were I wore those shoes all evening. It didn't hurt my feet whatsoever. They were the best high heels I ever had. And the dog decided to pick those to snack on. My feet and height have prevented me from wearing heels. No, do it. How tall are you, Sage? Of course, you're probably taller than me. I'm 5'6". And I wear it. My husband never liked it because I would make me taller than him, but whatever. Oh, okay. Thanks. You're welcome, sweetie. Oh no, somebody's doing fireworks. Tell me it's too early for that shit. It's only dangerous if borrowers take residence in that many. Yeah, I love that show. But I like the UK version. And the thing that sucks is I can't get it on DVD because they don't format it in US format. So I have the VHS tapes, but my VCR decided to eat one of my favorite movies, so I won't put The Borrowers in there. But I love The Borrowers, and I'm lucky I can watch them on YouTube. Let's see, the only dangerous. One time, a guy asked for a dirty pic, and I sent him a picture of dirt in my garden. Oh, that's great, Peggy. That's great. Woo, girl, you go. Sage is tall. I'd still wear them. My aunt was that tall. She wore heels. She didn't care. Of course, my uncle's tall. My uncle's over 6 foot, so it kind of kind of evened them out. I'm in a studio apartment. Maybe I need to make mini litter house so that I have a place to decorate and get out of my system. Go for it. Go for it. Like I said, I got a whole freaking village going on here. And I'll hold on to them until Halloween because I want to light them all up on Halloween. So that's going to be really cool. But then, like I said, after that, I don't know. I'm gonna have to stop making them because I'm running out of room. Shall we all change our pictures to foot pictures? Mine would need to be Bigfoot. Well, being that tall, your foot matches your body size. So you got to be, what are you, an 11 or 12? That's all right. Just paint those toes up pretty and slip them into that shoe. Even if you're just wearing them around the house. I have great boots too. I've got leather boots that go up to my above my knees. I love them. And I can't wear one pair because they have heels on them. So those are just in a box, just sitting there. The other pair are more flat, so I can get away with wearing those sometimes, but not for a long period. I'm very self conscious as I used to be teased a lot growing up. Yes, but you are a strong, beautiful woman. And own it, girl. Own it. You need to put yourself on one of those micro minis, some fishnet stockings, and a pair of hot smoking stilettos. Could you imagine it? She's walking around like, what the hell is that? What's she doing? Oh, Julie, I keep forgetting. Are you still in here? If you are, or never, no, never mind, never mind. I found one. I'm over here talking out of my ass. I found one. Never mind. Yeah, in 20s, um, carried spare flats, a purse to wear heels. Now I can wear our sneakers, and I have heels in a bag to put on when I get to where I'm going. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Just a 10. Should I paint my surgery scar too? Where's the scar? Get yourself a a henna tattoo. They sell them online because I have a scar that's on the top part of my foot by my ankle where I had a tumor removed and it left like a nasty scar. And in the summer where I'm wearing flip flops, I put a really fancy henna tattoo over it to cover it up. Painless, lasts for days, and then you could change it out whatever you want. I met a guy, a little small talk. Then he asked, do you like to cuddle? I was like, what? Then he said, so how do you feel about casual sex? Oh, jeez. He was looking for a booty call. See, that just ruins it. I've had combos like that too. I'm like, well, yep, nice talking to you. I'm out of here. All the surgeries I had, I would look like Frankenstein. No, just to cover up with the tattoos. I'm telling you, it works. Mistress, Mistress Minister, fabulous feet. You could start your own fetish. Hi, Pam. Yeah, yeah, I could, huh? And the henna tattoos are really, really pretty. And I save them for the summer. and you can reorder them whenever you want, and they come right off with alcohol if you want to change them out quick. But usually they just wear off, and it covers up the scars, and then you don't have to go through all the expense of having a real. I never had a real tattoo put on because the doctor told me if it ever come back, he would end up destroying the tattoo to have it removed. And lo and behold, it did. It come back, and he had to remove it again. And I looked out, knock on wood, it hasn't been back since. But it would have been destroyed. So I just used the henna to cover it up because I don't like the way the scar looks. I was bullied a lot, make smart ass in the middle kid. So I had a special skill. I was able to duck and weave good and antagonized by bully. That's right. Let them have it right back. Usually a bully, when you face them head on, they back down. Because I had that one girl, she was a tomboy, and she had a lot of problems at home, but we didn't know it growing up. And she used to bully people, and she decided to pick on me one day. And I got tired of listening to her, and she threatened, she goes, well, I'm going to, kick your ass. I go, okay, let's do it. I'll meet you out in front of the school right after school. I'll be there waiting. Guess what? The bully never showed up. And then after that, she was like my best friend to this day. Oh, hey, Laura, yeah. I just said, come on, either, I'm going to win or she's going to win. But I was tired of it. Left foot, I had all 5 toes cut, and the ball of my foot and the sole of my foot and the right and the ball of my foot. And I had some pretty gnarly scars. So the ones that show, like I said, just slap the head on them. Not all of us are like that. Oh, thank God. Because, I'm still getting it. I play the Words with Friends. I got another guy last night. And I'm thinking, come on. Can't we just play Scrabble? You guys are looking for something. Go on one of them stupid sites. Leave the games alone. It's really frustrating. It is. You're just trying to have some relaxation and downtime, and you got some dirty old perv on there. Jeez. That's right, battle scars. Be proud. Okay, so we can't really touch that section until the glue dries, but I can put. Okay, now this is where this is effed up because serious, they're showing. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna have to do it the opposite way that they have it in here, because that was my bad. Of course, I have enough of that stuff to redo it. So guess what, guys? The door is on the wrong side. It's going to be on this side. So my option is take this off and cut a new piece, or leave it as it is and just switch the room around to suit the position of the doorway. Decisions. That's what I get for running my mouth. I think. Well, let me see. Nah, I gotta change it because I've got enough to change it. I gotta take it off and change it. I don't like it. I don't like it that I monked it up, and it's got to be right. So I've got to remove that and redo that piece. I bought let's see. I saw a very cool tattoo. It was made to be colored with temporary tattoo color, so just the lines and some shading. Nice. I don't want to do another tattoo. I've got one, and that's when I think I was starting the effects of the fibro back then, because I'm telling you, it wasn't a big tattoo. It was small, and it hurt like a mofo. I'm telling you, it was terrible, and so I could never have another one again. I think it would be too painful. So I'm going to gently remove this tape. That is glue is stuck anyway. I've got to remove this piece and recut it because I don't like it that it's backwards. slowly work the knife down to break the glue connection without, slicing my finger open. Bad girl, bad girl. Do it on the inside of these here. This stuff happens. And I gotta be careful not to break the wood piece as well. We're gonna cut that off. Remove this piece. Yeah, now the glue wants to stick. Didn't want to stick before. See, what the hell? Throw that away. And then do another piece. My problem was I didn't reverse the stencil to accommodate for the door opening. Not a big deal. So we just lay this down in the correct way. Right here. And then remember to flip this over so that the door is on the right spot. Okay, goober. There we go. I'm going to do it over here because it'll fit here perfectly. Try to use up all of your materials in the best way. So now that will be correct. Can Laura see the gifts on here if I do it? I think so. Depending on what it is. The OnlyFans seems like it's the beginning of a horror movie. What if your OnlyFans is feet pictures of your husband's toes and feet? Think. Oh, did Julie send something? Julie. If she did, I thank you. And we're gonna give Julie a yeehaw, even though I missed it. I was too busy running my freaking mouth. So I am going to give her a yeehaw. Thank you very much. Yeah, Leanne, I know the Winchester House, but it'll drive me nuts because I know it's backwards. So yeah, I have to fix it. And I've got enough to get away with fixing it, so not a big deal. See, that's what it is. I'm running my yipper and I'm not paying attention to what the hell I'm doing. I wasn't taking into consideration. You need to flip it over so it's the right way. So there. How do you send those gifts? I don't know what you guys are sending. If you're the gem things, I don't know, to be honest with you guys. I've never sent one. Oh, did I do the end of that? I think it goes there. Yes, I did. I cut this to mark it. There we go. Just to have that marked. I cut that straight line. You guys hear the train? That's my ride. I'm out of here. That's my ride. Amazing how the sound travels. The train tracks are far away from here, and you can hear it. And there's that. So see, that's. Did you see mine, Laura? All right. So if you guys are sending those gem things, no, I did not see it on here. Let me check on Seichiha. All right, yeah. When you guys send the jewels and stuff, yeah, I don't see them on the restream chat. As I see where it says you sent it though, and you get a yeehaw too, sweetie. Are you on YouTube doing that? So I did see it. So yeehaw for you. Thank you so much. So there's a lot of times where I've got both. I do split screen, so I know who's sending what and what's going on. I'll cut this so you guys can see again. Like you want to see me cut again, right? Really boring. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. This weather's been tearing up my back too. Oh my god. I'm just old and broken, man. Put me away in a baggie somewhere. And it is raining now because I can hear it. Yeah, it feels like somebody's ripping out my lower back with a pitchfork. Old busted old broad. It shows in the YouTube chat. Yeah, that's what I just went and checked. Thank you, thank you. Going to have to switch to lurk mode and get the family some dinner. What's for dinner at Sage's house? Like I said, here we did beef stew and biscuits. Now see, when I put this on, the door is going to be on the bright side. I know, anal, but it is what it is. Sometimes detail is very important. And then we're just going to reapply the glue and put this bad boy back together. Look at it this way. It gave a chance for the wiring to dry before I start messing with that. See, hands aren't holding nothing. Keep dropping stuff. That ticks me off more than anything else. Continually dropping things. Ever since I've gotten carpal tunnel and fibro, I have been through so many sets of glasses. Of drinking glasses. Oh my god, I've broken so many. Because my hand's just like, yeah, I don't want to hold this. And down it goes. Smashes all over. Thank God they're cheap, right? Okay, so now we've got this in place. Kind of, sort of. Push it into place. There we go. And the door is on the right side now. So now I feel better. Because there she be. So it makes a little more sense. Even though it's still by the stairs where you take that first step, you're going down, but you don't need to go out that door. Jump off the backside, laying in the grass. And then we have to put in the wiring for that. And what goes on the front? Oh, that one section there. So I have to cut that out. Oh, I see why that's the thing. So I have to cut out number 10 square. It'll be the same roofing material, but it'll be like a big picture window there. And of course, the lamp will run up like it is and go across to this section by the door. So I've got to bend that wire in that direction, attach the wire, and then put on the other piece. Hey, Joe. How's it going, Joe? Enjoyed the show, Joe? Quick question, Joe. Was Matt drinking? Because he seemed like he was having a really good time. But I enjoyed the show. Everybody is touching base on the show that I did, where we're talking about sound and equipment. And I love that everybody's going back to that. I think we need a refresher course on all that stuff. So I really enjoyed that one. And of course, Joe's showing off his sexy ruggedness. Yeah. No, he was not. Oh, okay, so he was just in a good mood. Because I was listening to him thinking, is he throwing back a few? He seemed like he was having just too good of a time. Actually, and conjunction with what you guys were talking about. I've been doing testing on one of the phone apps that I don't ever use. It's still on my phone, but I don't ever use it. So the last few days, I've been just doing a non-interactive testing on the Spirit Talker. That's what it is, Spirit Talker. Just to see what comes out. So the room is silent. I'm sitting here working on this crap, and the stuff that it comes out with, very interesting when nobody's communicating with it. And then I'm trying to see how it cycles, and if I'm getting, the same responses and stuff in a certain rotation. And actually, today when I was running it, first time I've ever had anything tell me to go F myself. Well, it said that 2 days ago, and then it come up again for me to, just go F myself. I'm like, oh, cool, all right. So that's what I've been doing with it, and I plan on putting it out there so everybody can check it out. But I just wanted to know what it would just spit out with nobody even saying anything to it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Well, we have a lot going on. We signed contracts, DAs, and a bunch of other stuff going on. All good things. Wonderful. We look forward to that. All this top secret stuff. Good for you. Good for you. And then you had me cracking up when you said you had that friend that was trying to hook you up with somebody. You got to let them know that you belong to us. So you're not a free agent. Sorry. So now what I'm doing is just cutting out that center square, guys. So it opens up the window. Matt's just being Matt. He was just a little more, I don't know, jocular, I guess you want to say. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Wait a minute, man. Is he kicking back a few? Because he seems, or maybe he was hepped up on energy drinks. I don't know. He just seemed a little bit more sillier than normal. Which I thought was hilarious, but okay, whatever. He was nipping at maybe some of Kenny's tea. If I ever get myself any of that rum, I might be making up some tea myself. Had to put the heater on. Yeah, my husband's been running the ceramic heaters. Them old timers that get cold really quick. And I've got fans going in the studio. He thinks I'm nuts because I'm hot. And he's cold. So can't win. Can't win. And that one's not cut all the way, so I gotta make sure I complete the cut. And there it is. Pull out that center. Throw that away. Well, Matt is kind of retired. Kind of retired. All right, that explains it. That explains it. He don't watch this, so he'll never know. We won't ranch out. So there's the stencil for that other piece that we need for the back side here. And I will cut that out, paying attention to the direction of the corrugation. And I don't like that because that's got a bend in it. So this piece is crap. So we're going to go on to the big one and use this. I like that edge better. It's more clean, more beauteous. Oh, and hey, Joe, awesome camera. Awesome. I love it. That was a beautiful camera. When we become famous, we'll be able to get equipment like that too. Just breaking your balls. Beautiful camera. Use it well. You guys need that kind of stuff because it's the stuff that you do. I don't need any of that fancy stuff just to walk around the cemetery. They would definitely bring attention to me because sometimes I'm doing it now on the DL, and so I use the small GoPro so nobody knows what the hell's going on. You know how it is when you go into places like that and then people come up to you, what are you doing? I'm looking for the boogeyman. I heard he resides here. Okay, that is traced out. So now we can cut it. Oh, let's see. Yes, soon I will complain I'm hot. That's all right, Betty. You're entitled. Oh no, we definitely let him know. Oh, okay. If that brings you joy, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. Man, don't pay attention to me. So I ain't sweating it. Joe won't let me borrow his camera. I wouldn't let anybody touch that camera if it was me. So I don't blame him. Camera probably costs more than my truck. Just like I have things around here and tell my husband, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Electronics and my husband don't go. So anything that I have, he's not allowed to touch this computer. Any of my equipment that I take out on the field, I told you can't touch any of it. I says, and if you F it up, you're buying me another one. You know, I got to save up for this crap. So it's the donations that I get, I'm still paying off the computer system. So once that's paid off, then I can move on to other stuff. But I think I got good enough cameras. They serve their purpose. I mean, if I was still doing residential stuff or abandoned buildings, then I would invest in stuff like what Joe's got. And I don't go into the any of the paid locations, so I really don't need that stuff. When I investigated with my son and Dust, I told them don't touch it. Exactly. I don't blame you. Keep your hands off. Your son's a big boy, Joe, just like my son. It's who he reminds me of. Betty's back. Yay! But yeah, my husband looks at something electronic and it breaks. He's cursed. So I just don't touch my stuff. He doesn't even know how to work it anyway. He touches my phone and screws it all up. And then he gives me this look. I said, oh, Jesus, oh man. Well, never not. My husband still has a flip phone. That tells you, how electronically inclined he is. So I couldn't see him, touching anything like this. So what we're going to be doing, guys, pretty much with this is I'm going to be filling the room in, putting on the backside window, which will be this after I install that lamp. But we're at the 2-hour mark, and I want to sit and bullshit with you guys before I let you guys free. Let you free and run. Let's see. The camera that I have costs over $3. Oh my God. Yeah, see, there's no way. And see, there's the guilt factor. I'm bad when it comes to stuff like that. It's, you need it, but I won't spend the money. So I try to cheap it out, but then my husband goes, well, you get what you pay for, and he's right. So $3, oh my God. And that's considered low budget in the cinema camera. Then on top of that, yeah, the lens, yeah. Man, I wouldn't let nobody even breathe on that camera. Oh yeah, no way. I tell them, don't look at it, don't breathe in its direction. Holy shit. That's a lot of money. But you need it for what you're doing. So I totally understand the cost. I had a fit when I bought, God, what was that last? Oh, the camera that that I upgraded for the show. This camera here. But I lucked out. I got it on sale. It was originally $100 something, I think, and I got it on sale for 60 something. So yeah, I nabbed it, and it's a great camera. I love it. But this camera doesn't leave the house. I don't want to leave that. It's strictly for doing the show. The other camera I have is similar to this, just not as a high grade. But it does fine. It's the GoPro thing, but it's not really the GoPro. It's a generic brand, but it does an awesome job. So, and I'm good with it. And then I have a couple other cameras that I drag along just in case. But as far as that, yeah, I couldn't even justify that expense, and I wouldn't spend it because, like I said, I'm cheap. That's just gonna say cheap, frugal, whatever, and guilt creeps in. Oh, you need other things than that. You shouldn't have spent money on that. And just like I need new sneakers. My house was bitching at. I said, well, they're so expensive, and I'll just keep using the old sneakers that make my feet and back hurt because I don't want to spend the money. Now, if I was to spend it on somebody else, I got no problem. Oh, you need this here, spend the money, spend the money. But I always shortchange myself. Excuse me, I want a laptop to be nice to be able to edit. Oh, yeah. Actually, since I got this new system, I haven't touched my laptop. My laptop's nice, but I bought that on time. And as soon as I came into some extra money, this is a while back, uh, I think it was income tax. We got income tax. Let me go pay this off. And I paid it off quick to get it out of the way. But I ended up having to upgrade for the show because the laptop didn't have what I needed to do what I wanted with the show. So it's just like my secondary piece. I should turn it on and play around with it because I haven't touched it in months. And when I go away up to the lake, then I bring the laptop and I'll do the show on the laptop, um, which it makes it more convenient. Or if I'm working on magazine crap and that kind of stuff when I'm away, because even when I'm away on vacation, I still bring the stuff with me. When I went to buy that camera, the bank kept declining me, continued to decline me until I got it sorted out, and then the camera went on sale. I saved $300. Oh, good for you! Yeah, score. Delayed the purchase and ended up saving me money. Yeah, they did you a favor. Banks are a pain in the ass. If you got good credit, good standing with the bank, where's the problem? You showed that you're paying, you do what you're supposed to, and they still got to break your chops. I went through that. I was a member of this bank. I can say what bank it is. Since the day they built and opened the doors, I was a member of this bank. And for years, great credit. I needed a loan for something. It was something very important. I needed the loan. And they told me no. I'm like, are you kidding me? I have been a customer of this bank for over 20 years. Like, there's nothing wrong with my credit. What the hell's the matter with you? So actually, the woman who was helping me do the loan process, she gave me a card. She goes, go see this person who was working at a credit union. She goes, they'll give you the loan. I said, I'll be damned. She just sent me somewhere else. And I did. I went to the credit union. I wasn't even a member. They filled out the thing for the loan and I was accepted. The lady goes, give me $5. For what? She goes, so I can open your account. So I opened the account for $5 and I got the loan I needed to pay off some debt. And yeah, without them even knowing who I was. But here, the bank that I was a customer for over 20 years pretty much told me to F off. So what did I do that week? I went there and I closed that account out and I told them to F off. And the lady couldn't figure out why. I said, because of what you did. You're ridiculous. And the loan wasn't even that big. So they lost me as a customer. Oh, you didn't get to see the photograph the other night on. Oh, I don't know if you were in Joe's live the other night. Beautiful camera. I'd have it all wrapped up and nice. Credit unions are easier to get loans through. Yeah, I wasn't even a member. And they go here, just give us $5. And I got the loan, paid that off. A couple of years later, I needed another loan for something else. Got it. No question asked. And that one's almost paid for. Couple of months that'll be paid for. And then I'll need another loan just so I can go buy a new mattress because that's what's a lot of my problems with my bank is my mattress. And the mattress I need costs a fortune, so I have to I gotta get a loan for that one. You told yeah, I did. I'm like, oh, up yours, man. What do you gotta have Trump money to get a loan from people? I mean, you got that kind of money, you don't need a loan. I could see if I had crappy credit and I was a shit customer and they had problems with me, then of course you're not gonna give me any money. But the credit was flawless. 20, 25 years of being a member of the bank, and they told me no. I said, okay, let's see how this is gonna go. And then they were shocked when I told them to piss off and took all my stuff out of there, closed the checking, the savings, and went to the credit union, who was never giving me any trouble. So they're the ones that'll continue to get my business. I don't usually like to buy things on credit or get loans for it, but sometimes you have no choice, you know? I usually only take that route when you have no other choice. And actually, that time with the bank, I was in debt to nobody. I had no debt except for that one bill that I wanted to pay off in full. So that was it. The rest of it was clean, clear, no attachments to nobody. So there was no reason for them to say no. They were just being assholes. And then they advertise, well, get a loan for vacation. Well, you won't even give a loan for something as important as a bill. But you want me to, take a loan out so I can go to, Hawaii. It's just, I don't know. Everything's backwards. Bunch of shit. Backwards as hell. But yeah, the show the other night, Joe, was great. I loved what you guys were touching base on. Again, I always tell everybody that too. I'm not a big advocate of all the gadgets and the gizmos. If I had them, I would still use them and still continue the experiment. And that's why I'm doing that thing with the spirit talker. I only used that once at that residence, and it was interesting. And then I turned it on a few days ago. God, it was over a year ago since I've had it on. And I go, just want to see when I do it and uh, testing where I don't interact with it and just see what it spews out. Some of it was pretty interesting, put it that way. And now I'm trying to track the comparison of each time that I run it and if what the cycle is. If there's a cycle, because I know that people say that after so many times saying certain things, it'll recycle the same comments or words. And I'm not getting a lot of the same words or phrases. So I found that to be interesting, except for today. I was running it today and it told me to go F myself again. It was twice. I think maybe I'm pissing it off because I'm not talking to it. I'm back, no screaming and running around now. It was a quick dinner. What did you guys have? Did you already tell me and I didn't see it? And of course, I got sucked into the barbecue tomorrow, so I got that'll be the basic hot dogs, hamburgers, and all of that crap in between the raindrops. Actually, I would put on some rubber boots and a raincoat and go out and do what I got to get done out there. But then my luck, I'd catch a cold and be sick. So just got to keep my big ass in the house until the rain stops. Actually, I could go for like a fruit salad or something. I might have to go out and buy a bunch of fruit and make that for tomorrow too. I'd rather have that than anything else. Hello, hello, Carla. What's Carla doing? Mom just wanted tomato soup and crackers. Ooh, one of my favorites. I just had a bowl of cereal. I'd get up and go left without me today. Ah, one of those days. I feel ya. You ran around like Garfield today? Chasing your own tail or chasing lasagna? Mine doesn't cuss at me, but says something rude. I tell it we don't talk like that around here. Yeah, this is the second time it told me to go F myself. I'm thinking, oh, that is so wrong. Like I said, I must have pissed off because I'm not talking to it. I'm just letting it run just to see what comes out. I was a little disturbed by the first test that I did because they actually said my name. I'm like, okay. And then there was another section further down where it says, I passed peacefully. So that kind of hit home with me a little bit. And I know it's probably just coincidence and horseshit, but what's going on, what's been going on, that kind of hit home. Yes, Carla and I are going to get together soon whenever she could squeeze us in. We'll do a show together. It's been a hot minute since we did one. I'm getting there. Been so many different antibiotics. 7 more days of prednisone. Are you any better, Pinky? Just even a little tiny wee bit? Hello, Sir Wayne. Sir Wayne is in the house. I mean, all that stuff they've been giving you, my God. Should have cleaned it right out. Hope everyone's night has been good. I just finished dinner and cleaning up with the girls. What did Miss Carla have? Hope it was something good. That's what I got to do. Clean up. Oh, pardon me. How rude. Rude. Oh, rude bitch. Spirit Talker, Word Bank. These apps make sense if you're trying to make them make sense. Yeah, yeah, I know, but like I said, I just was curious. That's why I don't use the stuff, but I was curious to see, a non interactive testing and what would come up and how many times it would repeat itself. And like I said, it's only a couple of things over the last 4 days, and that's it. It's all new stuff, random stuff. Um, so it's interesting. It's just interesting. I'm gonna just keep playing around with it and see what happens. I see I'm totally outnumbered by ladies tonight. I will survive. You love it. You love it. Well, we got William is in here, and we've got Joe. So I don't know. I think the three of you guys could handle all of us chicks. Cold coffee. Ugh. I've been getting better slowly, but apparently I have smoke inhalation damage from the fire, and it's making harder to get the pneumonia under control. Oh boy. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. So they're just going to keep pumping me full of stuff. Do as you're told. That stuff's so scary. I had spaghetti and salad. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll have to sneak over to the store and because I want a fruit salad. I don't give a shit about the rest of this stuff. I made pork chops, Caesar salad, and potatoes. Ooh, my husband would have been so happy with that, Carla. Pork chops are his favorite. Oh, hell no. I could barely handle one female. Oh, sure, Joe. We know you're a stud incognito. You just play it off. That's all right. You only need one good one, one good female that has your back. We're in good hands, Wayne. I've been here since the beginning. Yeah, see, he's put up with us since the beginning. And see, we got a choice here. You could either, if you like a little bit of smooth action, you could rub Wayne's head. Or if you want to run your fingers through those luscious locks, Joe's got it all set up. At least my doctor comes here, so I don't have to go out in the cold. I am keeping warm inside. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, keep yourself warm. Do what you got to do. This is true. You're in good hands too, Joe. That's right. See? Joe's just thinking, thank God I live far away from all these women. Just like we always tell Alessia, we're all just gonna get together and show up at the door. Here we are. Get yourself ready. Joe would stick the dog on us. He says, "Hey, wash those hands," and then we'd have to make a trip to Leanne's, just the street through her yard. She'd take pot shots at us. Ah, the younger years, where we actually would do that stuff. She takes all the fun out of it. Excuse me. I can't help myself. I'm all hands. Can't help myself. Which ticks my husband off. He gets goosed every morning, and I get yelled at. Keep your damn hands off my ass. I said, I'm just trying to give you that morning goose there, Darius. See, now Betty's hot. Now it was a conversation, or she's you having a flash, Betty? You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep things going. Just because you're older don't mean you get to ball up in a corner and shrivel up. I always wanted to date a guy that was tall, dark, and handsome. Yeah, he does. He'll sit at the computer. My husband keeps his hair like buzzed short because he don't want to screw with it no more. Uh, and I always sneak up behind him and I run my fingernails over his scalp. Knock it off! You're giving me the chills. Handsome, yeah, that's it. He has a twice age. Yeah, that's a typo. You got to keep them on their toes. My husband's tall, gray, and he's gray. You might want to have that checked if he's gray. There might be something going on there. You got to keep it spicy, ladies. You got to keep his engine running. That's right. That's why I'll randomly call him up during the day. I talk dirty to him on the phone. And he tells me to shut up and hangs up on me because he gets embarrassed. And it's because there's always other guys around him. So I'm sure his face is probably getting red. And they're thinking, what the hell's going on? My wife's being a smartass. Hey, Phil. Speaking of centerfolds, there he is. You got to keep it spicy. It's fun. So see, Joe, you don't have to worry about that because if we had your phone number, we do that to you too. I posted a picture of me pretending to be the hunk in your Discord. Okay. Yeah, well, no, Phil might have stayed. He popped in at the right time because he'll add to it. Feels fresh. We have to keep it kind of like, on the PG side because, YouTube. But we get it in there. Now, the best part with breaking my husband's chops is when I actually get to see his face. So I'll do that stuff in public just to see his face. Gets so mad at me. Popping fresh. Yeah, that's right. It was fun when he was a truck driver and going in truck with him was a lot of fun. You know what Piggy was doing? It was so it's so warm here right now, and it's only gonna get hotter. I'm gonna melt at the end of the week. Oh, geez. Well, we've been soaking wet and freezing, and it's supposed to slowly warm up again. So, or actually, not slowly. I think it's supposed to go from like the 50s right up to the 80s. I'm laughing so hard my tummy hurts. See, we're here to make you happy, Betty. Oh, the things I could tell you. Melbourne's only getting colder. Oh, are what you guys are you in your winter? Are you guys in your fall or winter in Australia? Isn't it? Am I wrong? Yes, no. I know Pinky's in the cold season or the beginning of the cold season, right? You guys are different from us. We're in spring. You, I think we're gonna have a quick spring, and it's just gonna leap right into summer and sweating your balls off. Pinky, I actually had fun in my big truck by myself. Peace and quiet, except for the CV. Oh, thank God you cleared that up, Janice, because we were totally thinking something else. Winter next week. Oh, and it's winter there too. Oh, you got cold, cold, cold. Because yeah, there's just so many ways people could go with that. In your truck all by yourself. Yes, going into winter. Oh, okay. Excuse me. That's what I thought. Don't miss it. Don't miss it at all. Unfortunately, it'll be here soon enough. And the white hell will be back. So I'll take it a day at a time. Have the fire going at the moment. Oh, but that's nice. You got that option. Nice. Yeah, I don't mind all the rain. I mean, it holds up on stuff that I want to do outside. Our grass is going to be up to our necks by the time we get out there, but it's better than being 90 degrees uh, with the temp and then 90 degrees humidity. That's the part that kills me. Ozzy's been lurking. It's okay. Lurk, lurk, lurk. So we'll take the cool down for right now, and then. But it's also holding me up on wanting to go out and do some stuff at the cemeteries that I want to go to. Just everything in due time, I guess. But we get warm snaps here late autumn. And can get freezing blasts during the winter Arctic winds. Oh, yeah, it's wicked. Wicked. Yes, but see, the fun part was you never know what the next move would have been. Donna and Tracy call me the human radiator. That's me, Wayne. Yeah, I'm a walking furnace. Like I said, I'm barefoot and have shorts on all year. I always this summertime nightgown all year. Half the time I don't cover up. But then when I do get a chill, I want to cover up. My husband's wrapped up in all the blankets like a burrito, blanket hog. Then he gets pissed when I try to get some of it. I have to put on just separate blankets just for myself. Doing some housework. Nice. Actually, it was nice tonight because we usually have Dad up every night for dinner, so he's not eating by himself. I don't want him to eat by himself. So we usually sit in the kitchen around the island, and it gets kind of cramped. So tonight, actually, we ate in the dining room. Ooh, I haven't eaten in the dining room in years, so it was nice. Today was 60, tomorrow 80. Oh, we were supposed to have that craziness too, but they changed it. Um, Now it's gonna rain. See, like right now it's 53 and pouring outside, and it's gonna be pouring all night into tomorrow morning. And then it's supposed to be 69 tomorrow. That's it. And then we'll get blasted with 2 days of 80-degree weather and then back down to the 60s. So, like I said, I don't mind the higher temperatures. It's just the humidity that kicks our ass. So that's when I can't function because the humidity and then everything swells up. And so I'm like, a Thanksgiving parade balloon floating around the house. I'm a lizard. I'm maybe curled up on a warm rock in the sun. Is that why she catches me going across her lawn? She's curled up on the rocks by the front porch. She's all decked out in camo, waiting for me with a slingshot. We have plenty of housework for you to do too if you want to do ours as well. Yeah, we got to send her, just send her a ticket. Oh, I got to get caught up on like dusting and I have a lot of shit to dust. So yeah, hot flashes do help if the heating isn't on at the same time. I'd rather have cold flashes so I can put more things on. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm just a furnace. It's horrendous. Well, my hands have always been hot. And it's sometimes like when I do, I put my hands on my husband. He goes, "Oh, it's on you." Because he don't like it that my hands are hot. I said, "Well, there's nothing I could do about that." It's better than them being freezing cold. That's the way I look at it. I can't help it. I'm hot stuff. Hot stuff, baby. Housework is the most thankless task on the planet. Yes, sirree. Yeah, it is. Because nobody notices until you don't do something. Or like, in my house, nobody takes the damn shoes off when they come in the house. And I just get done mopping the floor. My son was famous for that. Working in a garage all day welding and getting filthy and if the lot was muddy, and then he'd just come in and mud all over and I'd start screaming, I forgot. And why do I even bother? Why do I bother? Just live in a pigsty. Go ahead. So basically, Wayne, we're just swapping houses. Yeah. Oh my god. So now normally what I do, of course, my son doesn't live at home anymore. I wait till my husband goes to work, and that's when I get to do the floors, and I get to enjoy clean floors all day until somebody comes home. I should put a sign up on the door: "Take your shoes off before entering, or I'm going to break my foot off in your ass." You think they'll get the hint? But if you mopped, and then my socks will get wet. Oh, oh God. You should start charging like the professional people. That's what I said. I'm going to start charging you for all this stuff. If you're not going to respect it, it's not a big deal. Take the shoes off. You know, why? Just take them off and then you put them back on. Oh, it's pain in the ass. Well, yeah, well, someone's cleaning mud off the floors every day because they both, like I said, my son working in a dirty old garage all day long. Oh, he come back home so dirty. Welding is not a clean job. Where he works on big dump trucks and stuff like that. And if they go on location, it's usually some mud driveway, and my husband works in construction, so it's the sites are muddy and crappy. And yep, just bring it all in the house. Go ahead. And then on top of that, you got the dog. So I was outnumbered. Outnumbered. I overhear people wipe their feet on the way out. And I have a rug too in front of the door. I mean, you wipe your feet. They just don't think about it. They don't. So I said, okay, well, whatever. Don't expect me to mop the floor every day because it's just not going to happen. I don't ask for much, just the simple things. Very flexible person. I even have trays in the hallway to put your shoes on. So even if your shoes are all crapped up, the mud and the crap stay on the trays. So then when I take all the shoes off, I just vacuum that all up, wash those. You put the shoes back on. It just cuts out on the dirt and bacteria you're bringing into your house. Me, first thing I get up in the hallway, the shoes get kicked off, and I'm in the house. I can't wait to get the shoes off. But I don't know, guys, just don't think of that stuff. The only guys that I know that thought about that stuff were gay. Most of my gay friends, they had white carpeting. They would take your shoes off. And I would say, what the hell's the matter with you? You got white carpeting. You nuts? But all the guys that I know either work in the garages or you know blue collar guys, just and they're dirty. I could say though, for one, I have an uncle who owns a garage. He's got like the cleanest garage there is because he's very anal about that. Every night at the end of the workday, the garage is cleaned and washed and ready for the next day. So it's amazing how clean the garage is. Yeah, who the hell is white guy? Oh, it was a friend of mine. His name was Terry. He was a great guy. I had a ball with him. He was such a great guy. He doesn't live around here anymore, but yeah, he had a white rug in his house. Went to his house one time. I said, "What are you lost your mind? White carpet? Oh, you gotta take your shoes off." Yeah, okay. I had no problem with it, but it still told me he was nuts. I had to pay them to clean here while I was recovering from an operation. The amount they had, I and they don't clean shower floors, so we still had to deal with that. Oh, jeez. When I had COVID, I still had to get up and clean my house. And I remember this. Oh, you need to lay in your. I go, yeah. And who's gonna clean? Who's gonna cook and do the dishes and clean? And she asked if we had separate bathrooms. I said, no. I have one bathroom in my house. Where do you think I live? I said, so I got to clean the bathroom. Got to sterilize the bathroom. We were all in separate rooms. My husband stayed in the living room. I stayed in our bedroom, and Joseph was in his room. So we were in separate rooms, but they weren't going to get out of bed and clean all that stuff up. So, it's up to me. I said, oh, yeah, and I need to fix the bathrooms. That means I need more bathroom to clean. Yeah, I want that. Till at least she was nuts. But then I told my husband, I said, when we sell this house and we buy our next house, two bathrooms, one for him, one for me. My husband is in the bathroom more than anybody I know. I told him, I said, he should have been a girl, especially when he had longer hair. He had to be just so, and you have the gel and all that shit. And I go, oh, come on, aren't you ready yet? I said, I'm a girl. I'm ready in 15 minutes. I thought only rich, weird people had white cars. Actually, I do have another friend. Her and her husband own a restaurant. And I remember when they got a new house and I went to go see it. And of course, they lived in this cul-de-sac, and everybody that lived in that area had money out of the wazoo. And their house was beautiful. And I walked in, of course, you had to take your shoes off. And they had white carpeting throughout, and they had light colored furniture, and she had a china hutch all filled with crystal. And I said, yeah. And I said it right out. I said, yeah, this ain't a kid for house for kids. You damn well know that. Holy crap. I thought they were insane. But that's what they liked. Everything was white and pristine. And I says, you guys actually live here, or is this a show house? When she vacuumed, the lines and the vacuuming all had to go in the same direction. I'm thinking, oh my God. I just hurry up, vacuum, and get it over with. I don't give a shit what line it's going in. And guys wonder why more girls stay single. Yeah. Oh, my son would help me a lot. My son would too. He would keep his space clean. I never went in his room. I told him, it's your space. You want to live like a pig? Go ahead, but don't open the door. So he kept his stuff clean. He did his own laundry. And when he got older, he would help out, with cooking and cleaning when he got older. But he's still, just a typical guy. And the older my husband gets, the worse he gets because he forgets how to hang stuff up. We have a coat rack. Why is all of your shit all over the furniture? And I would bitch. Just hang it up. I says, when we were dating, his bedroom was spotless. It was clean. I says, you turn into a hog. He said, well, that's what I got you for now. I said, oh, thanks. So he married me because I could cook and, I could clean up after him, pretty much. And he laughs. He thinks it's funny. I look at it this way. We all live in the same space. So we all have to do our part. I can't do it all by myself. Wow, I've been blathering for almost 3 hours. You guys are brave. Oh my God. Well, the next time that you're going to see this, it'll probably be pretty much done, and then we'll go through it, and we'll see how it turns out. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then you'll see it lit up. The new stuff is on its way. I can't wait for you guys to see that. That's going to be fun. Um, and then we would just go from there. Don't forget, I have morning brew in the morning, so hopefully you grab your coffee and come hang out. This week, probably, I haven't booked anybody yet for this week, so I'll probably just do another open mic. And I would like to dip into more stuff with the apps and stuff like that, maybe, and then whatever else that you guys would like to talk about during the paranormal time. That'll be fun. But I'm going to let you guys go and either go to bed or go start your day wherever you are and do what you got to do. We do housework together. Donna buys the food, Tracy puts the food away, and I eat the food. That's right, teamwork. No, actually, I have to say, my husband does help me now with putting the groceries away where he didn't do that before. So that's a blessing. And he's been a little bit better with helping me clean up after meals and stuff because he knows I just haven't been feeling well, physically and mentally. So he's been trying to give me, some time. We all have arms, legs, brains, equal sharing of cleaning. I agree. I do say that my husband will help with the laundry, which is awesome because that is one of the hardest things for me is getting up and down the stairs to do the laundry. But I'm glad that we brought a little sunshine to everybody's evening or day, wherever you are in the world. And I appreciate all of you for coming in and hanging out. I always have a good time when everybody's here, especially when you get to pick on all the fellas. It's so fun. But yeah, guys, you guys have a great time. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you more than you know. And we will see all of you in the morning. God willing. Until then, guys, have a good one.